what's up guys, GameMatic13 here, and welcome back to some more The Stanley Parable. In the last episode, I can't remember what we did last episode. I think it had something to do with a misleading achievement, where we had to click on door 435 times, and then the narrator took us on a wild goose chase, and then eventually, whatever. Anyway, let's get started with today's episode of The Stanley Parable.
What did it mean?
And
decided to go to the meeting.
I have an idea
Perhaps
where I
he had
can
simply
go. Actually,
missed
wait
the
a
memo.
minute. I had an idea where I could like jump out of the window again and click on the yes option, but
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
yeah, okay. Whew.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Be
Feeling
it better
a wave
safe
of
than
disbelief,
profits.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Except I won't.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley
Ooh,
just
This
couldn't
place
do
looks
it.
nice.
He
Car.
considered the possibility of facing his
Maybe I can
boss,
drive through the
admitting
wall.
he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
It is a
And
pretty
in such a
consequential
competitive economy,
circumstance.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Ooh, soda machine.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then
I think I
something
mentioned this
occurred
before,
to
but
Stanley.
I feel
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I
feel like
am
I
crazy.
like this is
All
so
of my
realistic. I
coworkers
actually feel like
blinking
I'd
mysteriously
input
out
my
of
money and
existence
click on
in
a button and then a
single
sprite
moment
will pop
for
out.
no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange
1, 2,
observations.
B4.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
But-
Why did doors
I can see my
behind
feet.
him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to
minute.
look pretty familiar. Were they
Did I already
simply
see that
repeating?
machine?
No, Stanley
1,
said to
2,
himself,
B4.
this is
Oh,
all too
what?
strange. This can't be real. And at last,
What?
he came to the conclusion
Saw that soda
that had
machine
been on
before.
the tip of his
Huh?
tongue. He
What?
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Car.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley
going
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began
Yeah,
to gently
sure.
float
Whoa!
above the ground.
Oh, that's so cool! I'm actually
Then
getting
he
lifted off the
imagined
ground.
himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he
Yeah,
remaining
this is so
lucid?
fake. I don't even.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What's that?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep,
Hey, wait a
he doesn't
minute.
have to take responsibility?
I didn't
for
pass
it?
by the soda machine this time.
Stanley is
We're
as
repeating
awake
at different
right now
points. I
as
just
he's
noticed
ever
that.
been in
It's-
his life.
Yeah, like now we see
Now,
the soda
hearing the
machine.
voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too, surely.
Okay,
surely,
that's
if
it.
he could
Something's
just-
going on here.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was
Yeah,
in
I'm well
control,
aware by now that I'm
this
repeating through
was
the
a
rooms,
dream.
but now I'm repeating through the rooms at
So
different
he closed his
intervals.
eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Sprite.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Soda machine.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
Why is
just
this
someone
going
tell me
red?
I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone
I
hear
need to
my
turn my
voice?
sound on my headset. Oh, that's painful! Ah! Ah!
And everything went black.
Yep.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I thought I was the star of the story.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay, then. Hey, wait a minute. This is not the same hallway.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, that was faster.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Yeah, I
Stanley
know.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure.
Yes, truly a room worth
Shut
admiring.
up.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
Okay.
years ago.
I have an idea for a way I could go. Remember when we went that way?
Look, Stanley, I think
And
perhaps we've gotten
we
off
went
on
to
the
the
wrong
blue
foot
door?
here.
Because
I'm
blue's
not
better
sure
than
I
red in my
really
opinion. It's my
am.
favorite color.
I realize
And,
that investing your trust in
I'm wondering
someone
what would
else
happen
can
if
be
I went to the
difficult,
red
but
door.
the fact
Wah.
is that what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
I have
Are you
consideration
that
for others,
convinced
I just
that I
don't
want
have
something
consideration
bad
for
to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Woo.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Am I going in circles?
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Wait a minute. Which one am I go through? Nah, this one's closer. What? Oh, loading.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look at the little bubblies, bubblies. Oh my god, what's wrong with my voice? Can I follow? Okay. Look at how beautiful everything is. It's so beautiful. Oh, this is just mesmerizing. I could stay here for hours. But we've got choices to make and time to spend.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Here we go.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
You've taken so much from me. It's time I take something from you.
No!
What?
Oh, no. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because I can.
Stanley,
Dang it.
Let's go back to... My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
I
You're
don't
literally
hate your
willing to kill
game. Your
yourself to
game
keep
is
me
awesome.
from
I
being-
hate you.
Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just...
How many
getting
times do I have
a
to
kick out of it.
jump off
I
of this
don't know anymore.
freaking
I just
platform for me
wanted
to,
us to get
like,
along,
for me to like
but I guess that was too
die?
much
Like,
to ask.
I should be
It
dead
looks
at
like
this
you
point.
wanted to
If
make a
this were
choice
a
after
real
all.
life, if this were
Well,
real
this
life, I'd
one
be
is
dead
yours.
by this point. This better kill
Is it
finally.
over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Yeah. What? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
What happened to this place? What? Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Console dark. Is this an actual ending or meh? Let's actually listen to the guy. Actually, wait. There's something I want to do before I end off the episode, and I can't do it with this newfangled office setup, so I'm going to begin the game again. Here we go. Dang it! Here we go. Alright, what I want to do is I want to get back up on top of this window.
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
And I want to click yes when he asks if I'm sick of this gag. Because last time I clicked no.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley.
I'm done. I couldn't last any longer than that. But nonetheless, guys, that is actually going to do it for this episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Just leave a like and a comment on the video if you enjoyed. And if you really enjoyed, be sure to click that subscribe button because this will mean a ton. And until next time, this has been Gaming Magic 13, signing off, saying, hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some more of the Stanley Parable. Goodbye.